Hey, welcome, Agent 420 here of the Agency Network and the Baddie Giveaway. A giveaway I developed an advertisement to help not only you guys models to land more subscribers, but for buyers to get truly verified models that are really going to be around. So the way the giveaway works, for starters, is you essentially share my snap tag to your followers, verified people, buyers, and then they add me. When you share my tag, I give you an entry for that, and that entry is for the giveaway for your subscription to be selected as the winner. It's a raffle, so maybe that's where I should start. This is a raffle for your monthly subscription to be given out to a verified subscriber. Hopefully they've purchased a subscription to one of the models, so it's more of a reward. Or the guys that add me have to subscribe to you guys at some point to stick around my story, or they will be removed. So it's an incentive to make sure that you're at least getting a subscriber from my program. Now that we've explained how that works and what it's about, it's a raffle to win not only yours, but one of the other models that shares my story or me to one of their friends as well, to give back in a sense. Also, it helps nestle buyers together because it's very important that you guys are only dealing with that and not losing time in the DMs, having to deal with time wasters in a sense. Yeah, there's still buyer time wasters, but they're at least going to tip you at some point, hopefully. Or you tell me and I'll actually be like, hey bud, it's very nice of you to help my model, but make sure you take care of them because they will take care of you. So how do you get points into this giveaway to actually win the grand prize of the Baddie subscription? You share my snap tag directly to your subscribers, or you post me on your private story now, because public stories are not good for us to be soliciting on per se, or really share for sharing on, because they get flagged and then your account gets flagged and then you get deleted, as I have been a couple times. So back to how you get points. You share my flyer, my tag, because I'm going to develop a new one, to your guy. He comes over and says, hey, I got sent over by so-and-so model, so-and-so subscriber friend. Then I track that and I send you an entry for that. Right now it's currently 3 entries till the 1st of 2022. So for the next couple of days, we're gonna be doing triple points for new subscribers being added. That'll go back down to, I believe I'm gonna keep it at 1 point in the future, because that's what it always typically been, is just 1 point for one subscriber friend to jump over and join. But you get points for posting on your story, 3 for that, as well as if you do a live model rep where you say, hey, make sure you add Agent 420, tell them I sent you over. It gets you entered into the giveaway, as well as gets me extra entries so you guys can win my subscription for free for the month. Okay, and you do that, tag me in it, and post it to your private story now, and that will get you 6 entries into the giveaway. Right now, I currently have, I think a model has 46, which has been the top. But this is the longest time I've extended the contest. Normally, they're weekly. Just things happen. So back to the points. So you have 3 right now for subscribers that come over. You got 6 points possible for doing the live model rep. You got 3 points as well for the share on your story, where you just post a flyer, and the text that I said earlier, you basically tag your photo with it and post it to your private story so that your subscribers can see it and join. And that's worth 3 points also. So that's how the points work. And essentially once a month right now, I do a raffle where I spin a wheel, and that person that wins it gets it. And then I do it for the buyers as also, or the subscribers also, and then they get it. Boom. And then verify, and then you guys get each other's tags, and then you guys can go and hang out. And that's just for a private story subscription, not a everyday DM kind of thing. If he's doing that, make sure that he tips him or tell me, and I will tap him on the shoulder, let him know. A little bit more now that we've gotten the giveaway portion essentially ironed out, now about what we recommend for sharing, how to verify, how to actually conduct yourself on Snapchat per se. And these are just recommendations. This is not concrete information. Everything's always forever evolving in Snapchat. So these are just things that I've developed with the help of other models to essentially help you guys keep your Snapchat from getting deleted, because that's not what we want to do. Also, create a backup. If you're on your personal Snapchat, I would recommend shifting over to a new account, or just shifting all your buyers over there, and then eventually that's going to be your new advertising account. So when you're sharing with and working with the network, we highly recommend you only work with other verified models. And that's through a minimum 3-point system of you getting them to say your username, them saying their username, and the date. Okay, we typically, if you want to go above and beyond, we always typically ask for them to spell out their username, because that way it locks in their username, because technically anybody could be Agent 420. Anybody could be your username, because you have the two, it's the list and then the actual username. So that's why we ask you guys to spell out the username. It's also been recommended that I ask you to give consent to posting your content to my story as well. Now, if you actually bring over subscribers and land yourself in the Club Baddie, you actually will be posting your own content there, because it's a share story, all sponsored and directed by the models. So it's important that you guys share there too, so that I have less work. I also run the preview story though, where I post your previews, and then I'll go ahead and grab some of your Club Baddie stuff that you're posting there and actually submit it directly to my subscribers, especially ones that haven't subscribed yet, that are still in limbo. Like, I send it to them, so that gives them incentive to subscribe to you and get into the Club Baddie and see what you guys are doing over there, because it's all you guys. It's essentially your own club to go hang out, post your stuff to, and entice these all buyers in this network. So that's why we really want you to hone in on making sure that you're working only with verified people, because if you're sharing our flyer and those non-verifieds, garbage can people essentially, are coming into the network, it could essentially jam up my DMs with people that are just going to be wasting time and not necessarily here to help, in a sense. So that's why we really want you guys to start working with verified people, or just only promoters. Just because it helps you do less work. You only got to share with like 5 people, and bam, you're done. You've shared across 20,000 views potentially. So not necessarily need to be sharing with a crap ton of models. We do recommend sharing with models because it gets you new buyers, but your advertisement goes across other models that aren't necessarily so savory, aren't necessarily kind. Just haters sometimes, because you're a beautiful model and they just dislike other models and are salty. It happens a lot, and especially with social circles that aren't necessarily favorable to people that are trying to help or trying to do shit that's different. So just make sure you protect yourself out there. Always set up a separate platform. Like, I'm here on YouTube. I'm there on Snapchat. I have a website that I post to and keep my guaranteed models on, and that's the backup. And also I have my Twitter, I also have my Reddit, and I also have Instagram, and those as well as TikTok, and those help people still track you. So if anything happens here on Snapchat, all you got to do is post on those other 6 platforms, and they will be able to find you and get back in touch with you. So that's kind of how we recommend to back yourself up. so that you don't have to always 100% rely on Snapchat. So we went over the giveaway. We went over how the network essentially works. We also have verified promoters that I put out every once a week. I try to get them out to all the models so that they know who's in the network, because there's a lot of promoters out there that, for less of words, kind of abuse their privilege. Like, we understand that we help you guys, and we tend to get bashed a lot by a lot of models, and also just kind of abused, where you just, oh, I came here on Friday on the good hype night when everybody's active, and then you don't see them all week to help you keep your views up or keep, you know, the other models progressing. Because in these networks, you actually help each other by sharing one flyer of that promoter, of that other girl. It helps you guys all link, because now her 1K views are linked to your 1K views by this guy in the middle, so that it should equal about 2K views for this guy in the middle potentially, as well as these 1K now become your 1K also. So you should be able to hit 2K in a sense. The views don't ever necessarily transfer that directly, because the way Snapchat cycles is a 24-hour cycle. So it usually takes about 6 hours for your views to actually peak on your post. So always think about that when you're trying to organize your day of posting, in a sense, because it's important that, you know, you necessarily think about those things when you're trying to get, if you're trying to like work the evening, try to get your stuff out in the morning, so that you can actually have some time to buffer and get all your stuff ready, and have, you know, an easier time making sure that you're necessarily be broadcasted during the hours you want to work. Because a very big key in Snapchat is that you're active, because guys are looking to have fun now. So that's why it's important to have these buyers groups, so that you can hone in on these things to help you guys make more easier, because then they're already pre-verified. You already know they're going to verify for you. They already know that you're going to verify for them. So everything should work out, you know, pretty quickly in that sense, to help you secure and, you know, finalize things. Another thing I really wanted to touch on is payment services that are essentially applicable for S workers. And those applications, because a lot of people just use good old PayPal, good old Venmo, Google Pay, you know, they're secure payments, but they also offer refunds, which means if you get reported as an S worker, or somebody's not savory with whatever you did, or a year down the road they don't want to pay for it, they can ask for a refund, and that'll come directly out of your account, or potentially get your account seized. And say you had $800 in there in your PayPal, and it just got seized by PayPal because you got reported. You would be pretty upset about losing that. It's only $800. You're not going to file a legal suit against them to get your $800 back, but you know, it just sucks, because that's in their TOS, terms of service. And that's also my next point I'm gonna get to. But the really safe ones to use for, you know, this type of work is Cash App and BankPay. That's right, BankPay. So Cash App, as we all know, is just a digital locker for your digital funds. Yes, you can transfer it directly in your bank account. Yes, you can take your money from your bank account, directly transfer it in. So it's very easy and versatile to use. And also this are starting to offer a Bitcoin address, so you can actually buy Bitcoin through it and transfer Bitcoin as well. You know, Cash App does have a refund thing, but you can just deny it. You know, if you gave him your services, then you gave him your services, and that's it. He can't get his money back, or if it's gone, it's gone. Where PayPal, Venmo, Google Pay, Apple Pay all offer refunds because they're FDI insured and backed, so that, boom, they can get the refund back and it comes directly out of your pocket, or your account will just go negative, and then next time you get a payment in, you're not going to get as much. You're going to have to cover that refund amount. It's happened to a lot of models, so be very careful with this. Now back to what is BankPay. BankPay is actually a digital crypto web browser application that you can use. They have an app, I believe, for Android, but they don't have one yet for iPhone. And essentially, it's just another crypto application that's just specifically designed for S workers. Pornhub sponsors it. Fansly uses it. OnlyFans as well. Allows you to link your SpankPay, and you can transition your cryptos into it and then pay out into actual dollary dues. So it's a great one because a lot of people who are in Australia, foreign countries, can actually use any account to upload into crypto and then transition that crypto over to you, and then you take that crypto and then you transition into actual USD, ASU, EF, whatever have you. It will transfer it out into accounts that you can actually get payments from, and it's digital crypto. So with crypto, when you make the payment and that person receives it, that's theirs. It's theirs. They can't get it back. That's it. It's done. Done deal. So that's why it's super secure to use cryptos, because now you own that piece of stock or that partial piece of stock. I know crypto is a little bit convoluted and a little bit complicated, but really if you just think about it as $1 is $1 and that it's a digital thing, it'll always kind of just make sense. The only thing is that value of that dollar is constantly changing. So try to cash out your cryptos or transition your cryptos from one type to another so that it's more secure, or just get the fuck out of there and get it into your wallet, because the dollar of your country does never change. You know, it very rarely changes, but crypto is constantly fluctuating, so it's important to get that out of there. Or you can let it sit and hopefully it'll go up, and then that $1 you had will now be worth $2 or $50 instead of that $1, but now you're playing in the stock market. So I'm pretty sure I got everything covered. I'm going to re-review this, as well as hopefully this covered all the questions that was on your practice test to run through, so that you made sure to pick up some of these factoids along the way. Rerun it. If not, congratulations. Welcome to the Agency Network and the home of the Baddie Giveaway. 420 out.